Hey everybody, it's Bus, continuing our playthrough of the Path of Champions. Today, we're taking on the Daughter of the Void, doing battle up against Kaisa, and we'll be using our 2-star Evelynn. So to get you prepared for our Evelynn, if you're not familiar with the star powers, at star power 2 we get +1 starting mana. The first time you kill a follower each round, you put a fleeting copy of it in your hand, and then when Evelynn, or any of your other champions, but most commonly just Evelynn, when you level up an allied champion, you give your allies everywhere +1/+1. To tie in with this sweet level up ability, down in the relics, we like to use the Crown Guard Inheritance, so when Evelynn levels up, we get a rally, and we also get that +1/+1 effect. Evelynn, very easy champion to level up, and then she also can level up multiple times in the same game. As we're going to see across all these games, it's very challenging to actually win a game without Evelynn in hand, and so we're using the Chameleon's Necklace to give us 2 additional copies of Evelynn, make it much more likely to draw her. And so, with that being out of the way, let's head on into battle. See if we can't take down Kaisa. Kaisa's the easy part, let's be real. So, let's see if we can take down Irelia. Okay, off to the races. So in terms of the powers, over-prepared on the right, this is one I'm always happy to have. Game start, create a random equipment hand, it costs 2 less. Otherwise, not really interested in these. I do not like grow my power to match my health. Kinda works with Evelynn on the front side, but that's just not enough to make me really want the power. And then endurance, we're not going to have any combos with. And so, let's go ahead and snatch up those equipment and then get to battle against the Rockhopper. So when the foe gets the attack token, they summon a Rolling Sands. Now the thing with these Rolling Sands is whenever it comes into play and whenever it goes away, it gives a unit +1/+1. So this Rockhopper has lots of opportunities to get big. So in terms of our hand, this looks pretty good. In every starting hand, we're going to be looking for a unit that generates a husk. I prefer to have Salter, the 2-drop I'm trying to highlight to the left, but we'll take whoever turns up, and then we want to have a copy of Evelynn as well. She's just key and pivotal to our strategy. So we'll add in the Salter, see how crazy opponent tries to get here with his Rockhopper. You can see it's getting pretty big right from the start. And then we'll continue on. We're going to need to use this Hate Spike to take down the Rockhopper. And so what I'm kind of hoping we can do here is we'll add a Warden's Prey. See if he plays any cards. Waking Sands is kind of awkward. I was really hoping that we would get to like attack with Salter and then just have him block with the Rockhopper, but that's not going to be the case today. But we do have this Darkened Halberd in hand, so let's go ahead and play it. Let's see. Kill an ally is the first part. I mess this up frequently. I gotta stop and read that one real slow. So then we get the free copy of Warden's Prey back in hand. And now hopefully these meaty units we have on board will be enough to shut down the Rockhopper.
Doesn't look like much.
Okay, so I think we can safely add Domination. It's gonna put +1/+1 somewhere. But I'm okay with losing our domination here. Where are we at? Here's the Hate Spike. We're going to lose the Husk anyways, so we'll sacrifice it off. Send it right at the Rockhopper. Now we should start to be in a pretty good spot.
Don't waste my time.
Alright, so we're going to be playing Evelynn this turn. And so I'm happy to just go ahead and attack with everybody. If he wants to take the value block on the Warden's Prey, that's okay. If he wants to trade into Salter, that's okay as well. Now we'll get to come in, add in Evelynn. Did this mess up? Why didn't we get the unit for the round? Oh, there's the Husk now.
Mind if I slip into something a little more painful?
Did I just forget how this ability works?
That was hot.
We got the Husk and not the 1-cost unit. What? Hang on. I'm losing my mind here. The first time you kill a follower. So we need to be the ones doing the killing. Makes sense. All right, here comes the squad. Evelynn gets to survive. Sounds good to me. She's gonna be stuck on the flip side next turn anyways, so we can safely add in the Husk. We're not going to be missing out on a rally. Now we should be good to go. Gonna have to wait a turn or two to finish off the game, but we're ready to get that win. All right, let's just get this dum-dum off of the board. I think we're ready to go. Look how big all of our friends are now. We're gonna have to do a little bit of work to get the kill this next turn, but I think we're good to go overall. Let's see, we can add in Steam. Nice scout unit. Get your scout attack, bro. Doesn't block with the 8/8, interesting. And then we should be able to finish this with just with the attack now. Opponent wants to play all their lucky finds, that's okay with me. And Assault Spire. Alright. GG. Oof. All right, so moving forward, again, like the big thing, the thing that really matters in this battle is your ability to deal with Irelia. And so you really have to be able to pick up some spells. Like ideally, we're going to be looking towards things like Frostbites, recalls, whatever we can do to stop this big unit from just attacking us over and over again. The answer typically isn't units, and we can't be playing on curve, right? If our opponent's attacking us with a 10/10 Irelia 3 times in the same turn, we have to be playing at least like 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop, and not playing a single 3 drop. And so we really have to come in and keep our curve in mind, and we have to try and find some interactive abilities. And so I'm not entirely opposed to this Vicaran Bruiser, right? He should cost 1 most of the time, but it doesn't play to that kind of overall theme we're looking for. So I'm going to take a reroll here, see if we can't find something a little bit cheaper, and we did not. This is a pretty terrible set of cards. Let's take another reroll. And, I mean, I guess. I'm not excited about this Vile Maul, as you can tell by the mouth noises I'm making, but the rerolls are a little bit challenging at this point, and I guess a 6/6 for 3 mana is gonna have to fit the bill. But let's see if we can find a unit that really plays to our themes, and nothing here does. This is a horrible set of champions. Defiant Dance is just too slow. Like, I'm not opposed to recalls, but I don't want to slow speed one. We don't need to worry about the stat boosting with Poppy, and then the Lurk champions are all garbage. And so we'll take a reroll, see if we can't find something useful. And, I mean, I guess it's a concussive palm down here with Yasuo. Not particularly strong, but it's at least on theme there. The problem you run into with things like stuns are, say, your opponent attacks and then you stun Irelia. Okay, she's out of that combat. Now your opponent plays a Blade Dance. She still gets to attack off of the Blade Dance, right? It's still got to hook her into combat and make her attack, even though she's stunned. And so stuns aren't super ideal, but it's better than Troll Chant. It's better than Tom Kench with just no spell options. Just like it's just the point we're stuck at. So next set, we can head towards the Chamber of Renewal. This lets you put a spell shield on a champion or get a Chamber of Renewal, have a champion item chest in the middle, or a shop up top. I'm going to hope we just hit another shop later and go for the champion item chest now. Give us that extra copy of Evelynn, hopefully with a good item. And so in terms of these battles, the Field Musicians are a go-wide battle. You need to be able to deal with a bunch of small units very quickly, or the Profiteer is a go-tall battle. They're going to be loading up lucky finds onto a single unit. We need to head towards this go-tall battle. We don't have any way to handle width out of our opponent. We can't put down like 2 1-drops on the first turn and then a 1 and a 2 on the second turn to really interact with their combats. We're just going to have to try and deal with the Profiteer. All right, so we have a Salter. That's our preferred 2-drop, our preferred first turn play. Mulligan everything else away and look for Evelyn's. What do we got here? The Darkened Harpoon. Got those freshly upgraded Baroses. Oh, he's not upgraded yet. The patch hasn't come out yet, but he'll soon be a 1/1, ready to get those extra damages in. All right, and so one of the things I was going to talk about with these equipment are if we had that husk on the board, we could have equipped the husk with the Darkened Harpoon, given it that +1 attack, then played a unit. The one attack from the harpoon transfers to the fresh one, and then we get the harpoon back in hand ready to play onto something else. We didn't get to pull that off here, but it's a path that you can take to try and get a little bit of extra value out of your cards. All right, how big are you going to get, Rockhopper? I'd hopefully... F. I was going to say, I hope we get to... Well, he might let us do this, right? If we load up the Darkened Harpoon on the Vile Maw, he might just block it. But we need to start trying to chip damage in onto the Rockhopper. All right, what you gonna do? He's not hitting quick attack yet. That's a positive.
Just the right price.
Okay. Just make a sad noise. I'm ultimately worried if we don't concuss him palm it now and he hits a spell shield, we're going to be in a real pickle. Like, we could have just passed, I guess, and kind of hoped that he attacked into our big unit, but I don't really want to just be playing on hopes and dreams here. Okay, let's see if he makes the block now. We need to get this hate spike going. Not sure if we should have played the Warden's Prey first. It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think we're at least okay for the moment. I mean, he hasn't hit a spell shield yet. It's like we can take him down now. All right, now I feel better about this battle. Do we want to replay the Warden's Prey, though? I don't think we do. If we just let it go, we can play Evelynn and she'll flip next turn. Out of fresh units to hand things for the moment.
Almost got it.
All right, but here comes Evelynn. She gives the bonus to everybody. She gets +1/+1 from the husk because it has the Darkened Harpoon attached to it. Then we'll get to reattach the harpoon to other husks. Keep these chains of stats rolling around. She also picked up Fearsome off of the item. This gives Fearsome, right? Yeah, I thought so.
You're in good hands now.
Crack skulls, bag loot.
Blah blah.
She gets it. Knuckle time.
All right, just gonna prevent as much damage as we can here. Then we should be okay to start winning this game with elusives, right? So we'll add our Haunted Husk in. It's gonna put the elusive ability onto the husk that we just played. Evelynn's gonna pick up elusive, and then next turn we should be good to play some units and just get the attacks in. Steam having Scout will be probably enough on his own.
I love it when they scream.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, we just messed that up. Big surprise. I was like, yeah, I got those mana. Might as well just play the unit, right? No. That was not right in the least. But Evelynn just spit out an elusive husk to save our day.
How about we live a little?
Alright, we should be good now, but that was definitely a little sloppy. I have so much trouble with this Evelynn deck and just going, ooh, value. You know, it's I learned a lot of my magical prowess from LSV. He's the master of value, if you will, at least in my eyes. And I say, oh, I got a mana. I gotta spend it. Gotta spend it. Whoops. All right. We got out of that battle. Let's move forward. Okay, so not excited, but I mean, concussive palm's just gonna have to get the job done, right? If we need that one way to deal with what's her name, it's gonna have to be that way. This one's kind of interesting. I usually just smash the overwhelms with Evelynn, because that's the problem you run into with the Evelynn decks, and why we like the Crown Guard's inheritance is you get like 100 stats on board, you attack, your opponent just blocks, and then they don't take any damage. And then they have a turn to rebuild, and then they go into the next turn. They might have 4 or 5 units before you get to attack again, and then you just don't deal any damage. And so Evelynn with Overwhelm is quite important, so that you don't drag the game on forever. But the thing that we are most concerned with and most worried about right now is dealing with this Irelia down here. And so I'm considering just picking up Challenger on Evelynn, so we have a way to just try and attack the Irelia out of combat, or out of the game, I should say. So I think I'm going to go with the Challenger. Now, on this next set, we can head towards a spell chest, a shop, or a Scribe of Sorrows. Scribe of Sorrows lets you buy bad powers, and so I do want to head towards the shop. So we can go towards either battle here, and kind of the same deal. The Eye of the Dragon can be very challenging for us to kill. We have so many boards to where a 5-attack Dragonling just nets the opponent health for the turn if we don't have the overwhelms out and about and running around. And so I'm going to head towards this Vikiran Vagabond, try and take down the Warlord's Hordes. And so, game start, the foe summons a Warlord's Horde. When the foe's Warlord's Horde counts down to 0, they steal a mana gem and they summon a new one. Now, as I slipped up a bit with Ibaros, him being a 0/0, these are going to be 8 countdown Warlord's Hordes. But if you try to do this battle, a few hours from now, or maybe even right now as this video is released, the Warlord's Hordes are going to be countdown 9. Okay, we held on to our domination, so we had a Husk unit, mulliganed everything else away to try and find an Evelynn. Worked out. I guess we'll stop here. I was wanting to drop the inspired plans, but we'll save it for the Husk angles here.
Wash away all that troubles you. Impress me. Don't waste my time.
Interestingly terrible attacks. I appreciate that, opponent. Oh, you got a Shapestone? All right. Maybe I'll slow my roll here on the trash talk. All right, but some pretty good domination still. Grow the one we have. Continue on this chain of loading up our husks, and then we'll get to start in with Evelynn next turn. Doesn't have good blocks here, right? Not going to drop another Shapestone on us.
Don't waste my time.
Alright, not bad. Once Evelynn hits the board, we should be getting pretty good shutdowns here. Uh-oh, stealing a mana gem. Nope, we still have 5. Oh, okay. No complaints, I guess. Oh, that was the Warlord's chest, not the Horde. The Horde is the big one.
See what's beneath while I see what's inside. That was hot.
All right, Big Tom Evelynn's coming in. Gonna get the bonuses, gonna get the rallies. Everything sounds good to me. Oh, bringing the attacks. Alright, we'll just prevent as much damage as we can. We shouldn't be taking any more damage this game. Going into the Irelia battle with 25 health feels okay.
Don't waste my time.
Want to just play the plans over and over and over and over. Don't take that away from me, game. Let's see. We'll just get a dude on board. Unfortunately, like, this is that space to where we don't have an overwhelm. So I don't think we're going to be able to finish this turn. We don't have the overwhelm. We don't have an elusive.
Don't waste my time.
Kind of is what it is.
The oasis of the dawn flows again.
Sure. We'll concussive palm the small one. One thing to note with the concussive palm, these husks are play abilities, right? And so, there we go. So whenever you play an ally kill me, right? That's a summon ability from the tail, the concussive palm. So if we play a concussive palm, it's not going to eat the husks that we play.
Don't waste my time.
All right, but we should be good to go here. The opponent's pretty well worked over. Just we can't get a rally. We couldn't get an overwhelm. Got to take the time. But this is exactly why I didn't want to go up to battle with the excuse me, with the Dragonling battle. They tend to come down and just get a ton of these smaller units on the board, and then we don't have a great way to like punch in the damage, and all those small units having lifesteal just can really drag on the game. But I think it's safe to say we've won this one. We got a big overwhelm on board now. Just need to roll into the next turn and we'll call it a day. Gonna be like 100 Vile Maw coming in. 14-14, pretty close. Right around the same number. Pretty close.
Impress me. Okay.
All right, 36 into 12. I think we got it. GG.
Let's do this again sometime.
All right, so anything useful? Just more concussive palms? Okay. You know, we only have the one reroll left. We can't just be all crazy with it. So what do we have here? Let's check the power first. Don't want bouncing blades. It's just not enough to deal with Irelia. I don't think Whirling Death is something we need. Like, I would probably rather have Whirling Death than all these concussive palms. It's just cheaper and permanently answers Irelia. But at this stage of the game, I'm not that interested in picking up a different removal spell. So we'll skip over that. Meteor Shower is kind of interesting. Irelia has Phage. But you can't kill her fast enough with it, right? She has 4 health. 4 health removal is kind of important. I think I'm just going to... Oh, we're out of rerolls. F. I thought we had one more reroll. That makes this a little bit more challenging. The Sonic Wave is a little slow. I just don't think we can take any of these. They don't really add to our theme well enough. Okay, on we go. Into the healer. I'm going to cut out Steam. I don't want these... Well, I guess we could cut out Yone. I don't want these expensive cards in our deck, right? We have to be able to come down and drop these early plays so we can build up to something big. And that something big can just be anything. And so let's take... Ooh, we missed the cut. Let's take the Yone out of our deck. He's just a little bit more expensive. Head into Irelia. And so, when the foe blade dances, they grant their strongest unit +1/+1. And it attacks with the blades. Whew. And I think this one's also a little awkward for us. I can't quite remember how the interactions work in terms of the blades dying in combat. And then it's like they'll die in combat, come to your hand, and then obliterate. I can't fully remember how that nonsense works, but it can be a real pain.
Plenty of fire to go around.
Ooh, interesting. We hit a challenger on the husk. We're still short on damage with the Phantom Prankster, though. All right, let's just go ahead and pass the turn. Oh no, that'll actually work out, right? If we Well, oh no, we just messed it up since we moved on. I guess the Viper Worm can kind of save us, but if we'd played the Bloodletters last turn, we could have put those on the Husk, and then with the Husk down and dead, then we could have followed up with a we could have followed up with the Bloodletters on this turn. But I think we're okay here, right? We do have this attack onto Irelia. Now, if he wants to trade his Gringolet duo for a unit, I'm more than happy to oblige. All right, so yeah, we missed a play of the Darkened Bloodletters. Hopefully, it doesn't bite us in the butt. Starts up a Blade Dance. Okay. Bring in some Concussive Palm. This is actually a quite good Concussive Palm since he can't attack with the Gringolet duo after this, right? If he starts up another Blade Dance, then the Gringolet duo will come forward, but as the board is right now, he can't attack with it again. All right. Now, the next bit of awkwardness is I want to play Evelynn this turn, but I don't really want to lose out on the rally. And so let's just lead in and see what he does. I don't think he's going to block, but if he did, that would be pretty sweet. Now we're going to have to deal with some of this. We got to start throwing our blocks down. Just too much damage otherwise. I guess, well, I mean, we probably still need to block, but we could Concussive Palm away this Gringolet duo and then still follow up with the Warden's Prey. I think we just need to get Evelynn on board. Well, maybe that's not the case. If we can do this like Warden's Prey, hook into the Gringolet duo, and then just block the Blossoming Blade next turn. Maybe that's the way to go about it. So let's say Protect Salter, just to make sure we have a blocker in the face of his giant units. Hang on, did we mess this up? I think we messed this up a little bit. Should have Concussive Palmed in the middle of that combat. Maybe this is still okay. So next turn, if we bank 2, we'll have 8 mana for both an Evelynn and a Concussive Palm. Maybe this is the way to go about it. Don't get to attack anymore. I think that's okay. We want to add the Bloodletters. It's probably about time. Whew, okay, I don't know. I think we might have messed that up. I got a little bit confused in the way we were handling that. Now we don't get a flip off of our Evelynn, right? Because we gave up our Husk. Yeah, we've just been pretty sloppy with this one.
Maybe I'll satisfy her cravings.
The sparring student. Okay, well, I mean, at least at this point, he can't Blade Dance, right? He can most certainly Blade Dance next turn, but he can't do it this turn.
I know that look.
All right. I don't like how we've done this. I don't. No, we messed this up greatly. Hopefully, we're still good to make some magic happen here, but we don't really deserve it.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, you're in for it.
All right. See an opponent make some blocks feels kind of okay. Here's the part I was a little bit worried about. We have to come in and block. Oh, is that where we're done for? We can strike down the Gringolet duo, but okay. I don't know. I don't think we should have lost this one. I messed this one up quite a bit. That sequencing was not pretty. But let's see if we can't get out of this on the revive.
Left unsatisfied.
Alright, rise again. Felt like we were in a decent spot here, but that was just too sloppy. Alright, I'm ready. I'll focus. Hydrate. Get ready for battle. So what do we got? We got our Evelynn. I think... I mean, maybe we just have to full mulligan this and look for the cheap plays. Concussive Palm isn't quite enough on its own. Alright, well that looks like a much better hand. We did pick up pretty arguably worse equipment. I'm gonna take this one. We'll find a slightly bigger unit to spend our stats on.
Stand behind me. They won't hurt you.
If they hurt you,
It's Irelia.
I'll never forgive myself.
Domination is our only husk maker. That's fine.
You out like the insect you are.
We have 2 blockers for Irelia this round.
Just leave me alone!
Right, he's gonna blade dance after this. Wow, do we actually have to hang on to Yasuo because he can give us health? Ew. Alright, well I'm going for the big value play. Take 4 from the Flawless Duet. Have a blocker for Irelia. Okay, well let's see what you can do, Evelynn. It's gonna have to be a lot. Gonna have to be a lot.
I'm always ready to play.
But at least the main perk for Evelynn right now is she can kill Irelia. Opponent shouldn't be able to Blade Dance this turn. I guess you can play a Ribbon Dancer this turn and get a Blade Dance, but if we can get into next turn, we might be okay.
The order rewards its faithful.
Get the Irelia out.
Ready, willing, and learn.
Let's see what we can do. I believe in us. Come on, Fam Jam, you can do it.
I will play my part.
Oh, what a scary attack. Like, I think we can take this one. It's the follow-up that worries me here. Let's see. Gonna add the sentry. If he has a... Now he has, like, the Blade Dance unit. We can still get out of the turn, right? If he has the 5-cost Blade Dancer. So this is certainly a little scary, but... Might be able to get out of this here.
all in the shoulder.
Alright, he's got one of them. That was not a scary attack. Might have just turned the corner on this.
Everything's better with company.
Oh, our Evelynn only has 1 health? What a joke. What a joke, Evelynn. Alright, I guess we'll have to play the Pulverizer on her. Sorry, Steam. She does have Regenerate, so she'll be able to attack next turn, but that was certainly not ideal. Are we just lethal with her, though? We can just lethal with the Concussive Palm. Okay. Oh no, she goes back to front side, though? Okay. Okay. Yasuo may not be the worst thing. He's going to gain us 4 health. And then since we just drew another one, we're going to have a Steel Tempest in hand. That might be enough to, to pull this one down for us. But man, that was certainly a slop fest. Defiant Dance. Okay. We can deal with that.
My kind of lessons.
Time to die.
Oh man, that was not a clean victory, but we still got there at the end of the day. Ooh, GG. Yeah, I'd be making a mad face too. Your opponent did not play well, AI. We talk trash about the AI on occasion, but the AI should be dumping on us after that one. But moving on, let's see what we can do. Definitely picking up more Evelynns. The Reckoner's Mark is kind of scary, right? That's the epic one here on the right. You get +2/+2 when I'm summoned. The strongest enemy and I strike each other. Because if she's not flipped yet, she's very small. I think I just want to go with the Vampiric Scepter here. Just to get a bit of heal. Feel a little bit safer. Into the powers. What do we got? Spells cost 1 less is okay. But when you summon an ally granted a random keyword, this ties in with all of the husks very well. And so that one is a welcome addition to our deck. Now, we can either go up against the Psy Scout, which is a very go tall kind of battle. I think we can be okay here with our 8 concussive palms and pick up an extra power, or there's just a rare item chest to the right. You know what they say, friends. YOLO it up. Let's head to battle against the vicious enemy. And so, round start, if the foe has a landmark, you give the foe's strongest unit +3/+3. And then you concussive palm it. Maybe if this was the plan, we should have taken the spells cost 1 less one. But we'll see. All right, we got a husk generator. Concussive palm. You're going to have to do some work here today. Warden spray. Okay. Still no Evelynn. Alright, he's got his elusive Psy Scout. That's not Evelynn. No landmarks, though. That's at least kind of a bonus for us. Still no Evelynn. There come the landmarks. Alright, well. Vilemal's trying his best to hard carry for the team, but let's see what we can do here. Not worried about the Psy Scout this turn, so I think we can start to add our Husk plays. Does kind of suck, you just Roiling Sanded. I don't want to lose our domination, so let's do Vora. Then we can start in next turn with the the bigger husks.
So much to see.
Interesting way to go about it.
Just leave me alone!
It is like a fairly tempting concussive palm because I want to keep the husk on the board. But I think that's probably a little bit too much. Probably just a little too much.
Look at this place.
Oh, our Roiling Sands don't have the bonus. That sucks.
You are nothing. Worthless. Impress me.
Keep worrying about this Psy Scout picking up Overwhelm. He hasn't done it yet, but it's a little scary. A little scary.
Nothing escapes my watch.
All right, well here comes the squad.
Do you need help?
Concussive Palm number 2.
Don't waste my
Makes me feel a little better. Just need that Evelynn and we should be able to call it a day. Why does he keep hooking our units? Like I'm completely fine with that. As long as he doesn't have Overwhelm, you can hook my units with your elusive all day. All day, my friend. Have to add this just for the values. I don't really want to. I think I'm ready to just start playing Phantom Pranksters. So we'll Prankster, it'll kill the Husk. We'll replay the Husk. Oh, we didn't get a husk back? Oh, we have the stupid preservationist in our hand. Okay, fine. Just gotta find that Evelynn. Maybe she doesn't want to be found. is that what's happening?
Sleeps for the guiltless. Even I.
Well, we can't really do anything until she turns up. We can look to make like a double concussive palm play on one of these turns, but I mean, I guess that's probably what it'll come down to if opponent never feels the need to. Opponent never feels the need to like actually deal damage with the Psy Scout. Let's bring in the hooks though. I don't get it, but maybe I'm not supposed to get it. I don't know. Do we want to protect this Yasuo? We can still concussive palm the Psy Scout next turn. We have the elusive husk for our steam. Alright. We get to draw a card off of it at any rate, so I was going to say maybe we'll finally hit Evelynn. Let's see. So the downside with this is we really want to keep this elusive husk, right? Next turn we can look to get the concussive palms, but the opponent's so close to dead, I don't think it matters. So let's just add in steam. He can get 3 attacks on this next turn, right? He can scout attack, normal attack. We can play Evelynn for a flip, and that should be enough to end the game. We had elusive anyways, but all right, we should be good now. So opponent has their giant Psy Scout. Surprised it didn't hit elusive this turn. That's the way things usually go. But now that we have it stunned, our steam is good to close out this game. So we'll make elusive attack. All right, pick up whatever landmark you want. Make normal attack. And that's dead. We still had Evelynn in hand for the rally. Oof. All right, GG. Not a bad vicious enemy. We were ready with those concussive palms, but that can go downhill quick if opponent decides to attack like a normal person, or if they'd hit a spell shield somewhere along the way and we needed to use 2 palms to take it down. So now this start, I don't really want any of these cards. I guess like a free strength in numbers isn't terrible. Jack the Winter, I just don't like, and I like Jack the Winter in Construct, just in Path of Champions when you have to deal 50 damage. Like, Sleep with the Fishes doesn't do enough. I guess Strength in Numbers it is. On to the powers. Starting with Armed Gearheads can be kind of nice, but I'm not excited about it. Grant Things Fury, these are all fairly bad. I think I want the Gearhead just for the early blockers. Then into the shop. Check the power. We're going to buy whatever it is. Slow but steady. I mean, I guess that ties in with the strength in numbers that we just picked up, but it doesn't work with anything else in our deck. We're still going to go ahead and purchase it. We got all this money. Might as well spend it on something. In terms of these other cards, they all feel a little slow, although I do like Mobilize with these Evelynn decks. And so I'm usually a big hater of Mobilize, but when we have all of these units coming back to our hand and then we get to play the husks for free, it tends to work out kind of nice. I could see an argument for picking up Chain Vests. The Manifest is kind of good, but we'll let that one go. Okay, so next battle, interesting stuff. Up top, it's an item chest. Down below, it's a champion item chest. We typically go for the champion item chest, but I worry about the Zinnia battle just a little bit. The foes units have Nexus Strike, reduce the cost of Zinnias everywhere by 2. We don't have a great way to stop these elusives. especially if it's attacking multiple times in the same turn. And so I'm going to go up north here against the Desert Naturalist, give up on the champion item chest just for a safer battle here. And so when the foe summons a Grumpy Rock Bear, you give it +3/+2, and then they summon a Hibernating Rock Bear. So got some potential for width here, but it shouldn't be fast, right? And we can just block it. And so I think this is just a little bit safer than Zinnia. All right, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for here. We got a Domination and an Evelynn. Mulligan the rest away, look for something cheap. Mobilize coming in. Cool. It's weird being like amped up about Mobilize turning up, but yeah, I'm kind of okay with it here. As we roll into next turn, we'll be able to mobilize and then play Domination and then play all of our one-cost units for free.
You will speak when I allow you.
Right, he's gonna start getting these rock bears down fast though.
A new journey.
Little worrisome, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so do we want to try and pull off any shenanigans before we drop our Evelynn? Right, she's gonna flip as soon as she comes down, so we can start off with an attack here, but let's be real, our units aren't particularly strong. So let's just add the Evelynn on her own. And then we're just going to have to build up some stats to deal with these rock bears. We can just get to a super Evelynn at some point with Elusive and Challenger or something. We should be okay. Why aren't you free? It's a copy of the one that was on the board. Our husks aren't going to be free? Ah, this game's dumb. Who made up these stupid rules?
This is progress.
Impress me.
Okay. Whatever. Can we sound grumpier as we say this? Now, does this ability give all the rock bears? When the foe summons a rock bear, give it +3/+2. I was worried about all of the stats landing on this one big one. So I think that's okay. Do we care to take down the Psy Scout, though? Probably don't need to. Let's just take the big rock bear down.
That was hot.
Okay.
Don't waste my time.
I want more.
Right. Is Mobilize just the units in your hand? Is that why it's not your units for the rest of the game? It's just the one in your hand? Oh. Okay. You know, okay. I got you now. So here, it's like, are we ever going to Concussive Palm this Rock Bear this turn? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. I was kind of intent on just rallying this turn, but if we're going to miss out on the Concussive Palm, then it's probably just not worth it. So we'll send this in here. We'll block the big boy with Domination just to minimize the amount of damage we take. Have some decent blocks in here, sure. Only taking one for the turn. That's not bad. Now we can start to try and pop off with this Evelynn. Alright, so I do want to drop the Draconic Bands. I'm gonna make a real big boy here. Well, if we want to play Steam, that's not gonna work, right? Steam being a quick attack Challenger Scout is probably good enough. So we lose out on the rally again. A little bit unfortunate, but we're about to get the big squad happening here now. I feel much safer.
Waiting for me. Time to meet.
Alright, so Scout attack. Take down this giant rock bear. LOL. Oh, we finally got a lifesteal as well. This is looking pretty good.
There's power in water.
Harder. Okay.
Get this elusive off of the board. Now it should just be a matter of time. We gotta wait a turn or two, whatever. We should be good.
That's it.
What a shame for
Look at all these abilities and stats and stuff. Gotta come up and do battle with Kaisa. Show her how things are done. All right, I'm just gonna add in Yasuo. We'll replay the 1-cost unit, and then we have access to the Evelynn strike. Should be able to end this one pretty easily next turn. Uh-oh, fresh rock bear. You got it. Uh-oh, fresh rock bear. Got it. And he's afraid to attack. LOL. LOL. Alright, let's see if we can't end it this turn. Still don't have Overwhelm on Steam, which is kind of annoying. It's not popping up on any of the husks either. Alright, a big unit eliminated. What if we play Salter? Maybe that'll find us a way to start dealing with Elusive. Probably not. You know, if we're gonna be real. Oh, maybe it did. Finally found one. That should put the ability over on Evelynn as well. Oh no, he just picked it up because of Alright, that's fine. He picked it up as the random keyword. Alright, so this will at least put Elusive onto Evelynn. How close are we with this? 18? Yeah, we're never getting a lethal this turn. I mean, I guess we could Concussive Palm something. And then Draconic Bands. That's just not going to be enough, though.
I know a place.
Alright. So let's see. Quick attack challenge, quick attack challenge, quick attack challenge. Just win. Looks like we missed out on some overwhelm damage in there, but you know, let's be real. We're going on autopilot mode right now, so just give us another attack token, and this shit'll be done. Trying to see if we can level up this Yasuo. If Yasuo levels up, then we do get the rally. Or is that the Crown Guard thing is just on Evelynn? We'd get the rally if only on Evelynn. We would get the +1/+1 on all of our units, though. All right, you did something. Good job. Alright, Steam attacks. I guess we can play some of these other cards, you know? Why not? Why not?
I'll drag you out of there if I have to.
Alright, pick an Evelynn. Pick an enemy. Pick an Evelynn. Pick an enemy. Hey, there's a start. That should be enough. We'll just make sure we attack with Steam to the left so we get maximum hit points off of this. Here's our challengers at. Alright, 39 into 27. GG. Alright. Make our way into that final battle. The Kaisa battle coming upon us. So let's see what we got. More copies of Steam. Not really interested in it. There is a rally on the Scaled Snapper, which sounds kind of nice. Into the item chest. +1 damage onto Hate Spike isn't terrible. It's just not a useful spell against Kaisa, though. Let's just pick up this additional domination. And then into the healer. We have plenty of health, so we get to cut a card. Down here in expensive land, probably just want to get rid of the strength in numbers. The way our board is full, I don't think we're going to get to summon these units anyways. You know, we can go for the highlight reel play given that we have slow and steady, but we'll still cut our only slow card out of our deck. So at round start, the foe grants each of their units +1/+1 and a random keyword. right, reasonable enough start. We got a Selter, we got a Vora. I think we'll hang on. Do we want to hang on to Vora? I know we're certainly hanging on to Evelynn. Might as well, I guess. Just be much better as a 2-cost unit. We got Dark and Aegeus. Okay.
Plenty of fire to go around.
Try to keep up.
Ooh, that's a created card, right? We'll get an augment off of this.
Now I pack a punch.
Now we pack a punch.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, good stuff. And then I don't really want to lose our Husk this round. It's kind of awkward. We're just going to play Evelynn like 2 turns from now and get the Husk chain going. Oh, this should be fine. The Vialmal's okay. Opponent seems pretty scared of everything we're doing here, so that's kind of cool. But at the end of the turn, we got to have a Husk on board to make sure that we have one there for Evelynn next turn. So let's do this. Let's add Vora.
You finished the last group already? Fresh balls.
Cool. And now drop the Dark and Aegeus on our Husk. Attack with everybody. I don't think he blocks our 1-cost units, but if he does, we get to replay it for free at the end of the turn. And then we can bring in Evelynn next turn. Nope, didn't kill anything. That's okay.
It's too late. You can't stop them.
No, but I can help.
All right, here's how you get the stats, Kaisa. Learn from the master that is Evelynn. This is where the stats come in. She picked up Lifesteal in there as well, which is a pretty big one. I think we should be pretty set in ending this. Elusive down here on the new Husk. She gonna flip off of this stuff? Still hasn't evolved? Sucks for you. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say, if you're not even going to evolve at this point, that's pretty bad. She's a 10-7. She doesn't have Scout, though. I'll just go ahead and load up our Husk with Tough, and then I think we're okay. We don't lose too much here with this this attack.
There's nowhere to hide.
So nothing just dies, right? That's pretty good. This whole board has quick attack? Dang. But we just still just like outright kill Kaisa, right? That sucks. That sucks for you, friend. That sucks for you. Let's just get in other blocks where we can. Make sure we're not losing what matters, right? Not losing Evelynn, not losing our Vialmal. Okay.
That was hot.
And is Evelynn permanent? Yeah, she's going to be permanently flipped. That's okay. Do we get any good attacks here? Doesn't really look like... Ooh, we get to eat the Husk, though. That should boost Evelynn to Elusive, right? Yeah.
Harder. Okay.
Whew. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Scream for me.
Now we can load up the Aegeus again. Drop our Yasuo. He's going to pick up the old Elusive. And we should be good. We'd probably rather just play Phantom Prankster, though, right? It seems better than Yasuo. That's the world we live in these days.
Fight or die.
All right, so there's our Elusive friends. Enough for the lethal. Let's send our Vialmal in as well. If he makes a bad block, we can just get a bunch of free damage anyways. And so, yeah, not a bad set of battles. Not bad. Again, the way that this typically goes with Kaisa is the real boss battle is that Irelia. And so the big kind of key things in this Kaisa set is determine if your deck wants to fight either the wide battles or the tall battles. We went for the tall battles pretty much every time in this set, and that builds into us trying to take down that take down that Irelia. So you're looking for something like, we had to use Concussive Palm. It's not ideal, but if you can get a good removal spell or even just Frostbite, the deck that you're building towards to kill Irelia with is still quite good against a lot of the battles throughout here. And then typically once you get past that Irelia, you've already won. And so, that was fun. I had a good time. I hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. And so I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned a thing or two along the way. Had a good time watching. This is Bust, and we thank you for being here.